Research suggests that autism develops from a combination of genetic and environmental influences. These influences increase the risk that a child may have autism. Factors that may increase a person's risk for autism include family history of autism, advanced parental age, pregnancy and birth complications, and pregnancies spaced less than 1 year apart. However, keep in mind that risk is...
Whoa. That's interesting. That last one got me, like 1 year apart. Welcome back to a whole nother video with your boy Fonzo Cherry. Today we're going to be talking about what is autism. It is Autism Awareness Month, and I wanted to get a better understanding of what it is. I hear it all the time, but don't really know the full scope of it, and I hope this video will give us more clarity. And I will put down some organizations that do support it and help the cause as well. So let's get into this video of what is autism.
I'm Dr. Meg Stone Heberlin, a licensed clinical psychologist at Cincinnati Children's Hospital Medical Center, and you're probably wondering, what is autism? Well, a quick explanation is that autism spectrum disorder, or autism for short, is a term that describes a variety of developmental differences in social interaction, communication, and behavior. The autism spectrum represents a diverse group of people with various skills and interests. For example, some people with autism can speak fluently, while others may have difficulty communicating.
Now that I'm like piecing things together, I do recall, I don't know if you guys ever seen it. It was this guy that just knew how to map things in his head and draw it out just by flying over it. And I do believe he had autism. And then there's a good show called Good Doctor, and the doctor has autism, and I do recall some of the things that he picks up on. So it's starting to click.
Some people with autism might communicate using pictures or devices. Research suggests that autism develops from a combination of genetic and environmental influences. These influences increase the risk that a child may have autism. Factors that may increase a person's risk for autism include family history of autism, advanced parental age, pregnancy and birth complications, and pregnancies spaced less than 1 year apart. However, keep in mind that risk is...
Whoa. That's interesting. That last one got me, like 1 year apart. I wonder why that is. If you know the answer to that, please leave it underneath the comments so we can figure it out together, because I don't understand the correlation on that one, but okay.
Not the same as known cause, and there is no known cause for autism. Diagnosis comes from a medical doctor or psychologist after evaluating a child's developmental history, social interaction, behavior, social communication skills, and developmental or intellectual skills. Direct assessment and caregiver report are both important components of comprehensive autism evaluations. Autism can be detected as young as 18 months of age. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends routine early screening by each child's primary care doctor because early detection and intervention lead to improved outcomes. Autism symptoms can vary from one person to the next and may present as difficulties in the following areas: speech and nonverbal communication, making eye contact, understanding facial expressions or other people's feelings, playing or engaging interactively with peers, initiating pretend or imaginary play, sensory processing, including sensitivities to sounds, touch, or movement, flexibility, and adjusting to changes in routine. For example, some individuals with autism show a strong preference for routine or repetitive behaviors, or a tendency to hyper-focus on topics of interest. People with autism also have many strengths that are unique to each person, but might include learning and remembering facts, events, and stories. Visual problem solving, like doing math problems, puzzles, and figuring out how things work. Following routine.
And I would add on to this. I feel like they also heighten in certain areas that the normal person, or I wouldn't say normal, but the person that, for example, knows how to list all the states in the United States, right? But some autistic kids will have this ability to not only recognize countries from across the world, but they can hone in on maybe like the capitals of each country. So like their gift is heightened, so to speak. But yeah, this is okay.
And schedules. Thinking about the world from a different perspective, leading to innovative and creative ideas or solutions to problems. The three most common myths about autism are: people with autism don't feel empathy or emotions. This is not true. In fact, people with autism have empathy, emotions, and feelings. They may just have a harder time showing their feelings or will demonstrate their emotions differently. Another myth is that people with autism can't handle change. That's not true either. The reality is, predictable routines and structure help all people feel safe and comfortable. Change can cause anxiety for anyone. People with autism may be more likely to perseverate or get stuck when something unexpected happens. Preparation, planning ahead, and time to adjust are three easy tools that can help people with autism cope with change. And the last one is people with autism are not interested in having friends. Nope, that's not right. Children and adults with autism are often very interested in interacting with their communities and making friends. Just like everyone else, people with autism have a wide variety of interests and talents, and particularly enjoy connecting with others with similar experiences and interests. So remember, autism affects the development of social interaction, communication, and behavior. No two individuals with autism are alike. People with autism have different strengths and challenges, just like all people. This is why it's called autism spectrum disorder. Some factors that may increase the risk of autism have been identified through research. Just because a factor has been associated with an increased risk of autism does not mean that it causes autism. More research is needed to understand the causes of autism. People with autism have many strengths and view the world from a different perspective, adding rich diversity to our world. For more information, go to cincinnatichildrens.org and search for autism.
Definitely got more clarity on what autism is, and if you or anyone wants to know more about it, definitely visit their website so that way they can give you more details. But I do hope that you guys found something interesting about this video, a new understanding, a new appreciation for autism. And I would love for you guys to comment down below. Give me a nugget. Give me a fact that the video didn't tell us about when it came to autism or a personal experience. I would love to know. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I'm reaching for 200, and we will get there as a family. And I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. Peace.